This is Adventure Public Radio.
Hello mortals, and welcome to Adventure Public Radio, bringing you stories on the ground from the realm of Midgard, and I'm Terry the Bard. This is rather surprising. Our adventurers are doing well on the Isle of Berserkers. They sauntered up to the gate, immediately convinced them to abandon their firm policy of excluding furfolk, and bested their finest warriors in the Holmgang. Ludwig will surely be proud.
All right, Zach. So last you left us on the most dick-headed of cliffhangers. Can we start the fucking game now, or?
I think that's really kind of harsh. I feel like the Issa cliffhanger was way worse than this one.
That's fair. All right. So what you're saying is you're well established and repeat it.
No, he's the world's biggest dick tease on the planet. Like no one's ever been a bigger dick tease. You can start, but you can't finish. That's Zach. Big Zach can start, but he can't finish.
All right. Settle down, the masses. But yes, I did leave you on a dick tease, I guess, in some ways. But I feel like it's for the best of the show, Joe. You're just gonna have to, toughen up a little bit.
I will not toughen up. Thank you.
It's RPG Christmas, and you have us waiting. You're like, no, go back to bed. It's like we're all waking up at 4 a.m. like, can we open the presses? Daddy Zach? And you're like, fuck no, go back to bed. I'm trying to sleep.
Well, luckily you didn't have to wait too long. You guys have just defeated 2 men in Holmgang and have basically gained entry into Jomsburg without trouble. People are still not happy that you won. Like, even imagine like when the Patriots win the Super Bowl for like the 7th time or whatever, everyone's like, yeah, great, you did win, but we still hate your guts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, he might be okay with you, but we still don't like you. As you're walking through, people are like kind of pissed off about it. Still.
Yeah. Hold on. Before we walk further, you let us know at the end of the last episode that we leveled.
Yes.
So I'm gonna use a spell that I would have gotten from leveling. I have level 2 spells now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fudge a little bit because the casting time is 10 minutes, but we're gonna just say it's instant just for sake here.
I like how you're telling Zach what is up. You're like, here, Zach.
Yeah. Listen. No. Just like Christian. This is going to be for your benefit. You're not going to want to fight against this. And I'm going to say, Syph, I've seen a lot of other paladins do this, but I never gave it a shot before. But I think I'm going to do this for you. And I cast Fine Steed, and a spectral celestial warhorse is knitted out of air. Jason. This is my new companion, Mason. And you might have fallen in battle, Syph, but you will ride in there like a king. And I place him on top of a giant warhorse as we walk into the into the dragon head.
This is I don't. Thank you so much. Oh boy, I look like a king.
You do. All right, and I smack Mason on the ass. All right, and then we walk in. That was it. That's all I had.
I
Sorry,
also summon a steed. No, I don't.
And my horse's name is Mason, and the voice will be Jason.
You summon the spectral steed and for no reason, ride about 30 feet to where the dragon's ball
I put
is.
Syph on it. Syph rides in like a champ.
Perfect.
The 30 feet.
And people are definitely booing and hissing from the outsides as Bjork leads you into this mall.
Okay, well, as I'm like going by the crowd, I'm taking that hat off that I got from my buddy.
Oh yeah.
And I'm waving it. And then I put it on.
Okay.
And then I send a message to him saying like,
oh, hey, Caspian. What's up? Haven't talked in a long time. Haven't heard from you. Have a good night.
What?
I like it. It's like a boyfriend calling his girlfriend who he doesn't know that left him yet. It's like, I haven't heard from you a little bit. It's been a while. So you guys, you wait and you feel like he hasn't like answered you yet. And then you hear, oh, hi, Syphilis. How are things? Where can I find you? I found a lot of more, treasure.
And then I start trying to talk back and I'm like, oh, it's going pretty good. And then I'm like, oh shit, there's only one charge.
You guys lead into the this big maw past the long table. You have to park your steed outside.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Listen. You've been running. You do whatever you want. Mason does not come inside. Just drag it small. You son of a bitch.
You can't keep a ghost out. A ghost can go wherever it wants.
Yeah.
No. You can't just bring a horse into somebody's dining room.
It's not a. Yeah, let's work out the physics of this horse, because like if it is a ghost horse, you're gonna tie it up outside and it's just gonna walk through the wall later, and you're like, nah, you get out of here. What are you gonna do? Or
it's not actually a ghost. It has all like the properties of a regular horse. It's just a celestial instead of a beast or whatever.
Fine. We'll leave Mason outside, Zach. You happy?
No, he's coming inside though. Yeah, that I can't argue. But like, if we three can walk in this place, three abreast, we can bring a fucking horse in here.
You totally could. It just would be the most disrespectful thing to do to bring in.
Which is a little bit the point.
I'm gonna dip in here. Bastion, let's just leave the horse out. You're already sort of on my tab here, my credibility tab here. I don't want to push it. We did just walk in here, and now a bunch of people are like, these guys waltzed in here and just think they can beat our cool dudes at duels, huh?
Listen, Carl, good point and all, but you didn't just get your ass kicked by a bunch of hulking racists, Like, if I really want to shit in his meal.
If bringing the horse inside is the hill you want to die on, there's not really a lot I can do about it. I just don't understand why this hill.
You wouldn't understand it because you got feathers and we have fur. You don't know what it's like.
Nah, it's all right. It's all right. Carl has a great point, and we are on his tab. So out of respect for my friend, I will say it. All right, Mason. I say this telepathically, so because that's the thing I could do. As long as he's within 1 mile of me, I can communicate telepathically with him. Mason, you go out and find yourself a sexy lady horse, and you get down. I'll catch you later.
What is Mason's voice? Should I have a voice for Mason, or is
that's Jason's voice? Obviously.
Oh, okay. So,
Jason,
you are Mason now.
Okay. No, you can talk to me telepathically.
Oh God.
I whinny, or what is it? Bleeding? Is that?
I think neigh.
Yeah.
I feel like bleeding is for goats. Neighing is for horses.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm already regretting. Listen. All right, Mason. If you're gonna give me fucking guff here, I can dismiss you and summon an elk in your place.
You could have made me an elk.
I still can if you want.
That doesn't sound bad. Maybe next time you bring
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. In the meantime, go get your fuck on, buddy.
How far can I go from you before
1 mile. 1 mile.
Before. Oh, it's got to be another horse within a mile. I'll go check it out while you guys are in there.
Yeah. I saw some nasty looking fillies on the way in. You go have a ball.
That sounds great. Okay, I'll just let me know when you're done, and I'll come back. I guess carry Syph to the what? Why did you bring me? Why did you bring me out here?
It was kind of a swag thing, but I imagine we'll have to be on our way sooner or later. You're probably gonna have to carry me and maybe everybody at some point. Good luck. I'll catch you later, buddy.
All right, goodbye.
Syphilis leans in and messes his hair a little bit and gives him a little kiss on the forehead and says,
"You'll be good, Mason. You a sweet little prince."
Yeah. Okay, fine. This absurdity happens, and Mason leaves this big mall, and you guys enter in the tent, and you can hear in the distance like someone yelling, "Get off of my horse, you slut!" Something that's obviously going down. And Mason is causing a commotion. And you guys walk past the long table inside this large tent, and there is a maroon tent that kind of sections off into the back. And Bjork stands in front. He is inside.
Thank you, Bjork. I feel at a loss for words, but thank you.
You are welcome. He would want it this way. As you guys enter this tent, you pull back, and you can see that there are many like candles set around a bed where this human who's still wearing his Order of the First Flame armor is lying.
Does he look okay?
He looks He's older. I would say probably white hair at this point. Pretty decent beard. But it's hard to tell from this distance.
Wait, he's like in his armor, lying on his bed with all these candles around?
Yes.
That's like super My Chemical Romance. Like he went to Hot Topic, got all his swag, and
God damn it, he's the leader of the Order of the First Flame. How dare you reduce him to freaking My Chemical Romance?
He's moping with candles. And
Maybe he listens to The Cure, Jay. Okay, you don't know.
Yeah,
Cure is sick.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Anyhow. But yeah, he is laying there, slightly propped up. Like not completely laying flat, like a dead person, but he's like propped up.
Joe, which of us has the bigger connection to Ludwig? I guess that would be you, because you're actually a member.
Yeah,
Okay, you should probably. I was going to take the reins, but you should probably do that.
Yeah, I think I'll drive at least for this conversation. Then after that, I'll try and let off. Because I know I can get into a habit of talking a lot, but yeah. I think I walk over and kneel next to his bed. Just say, Ludwig, are you there, sir?
You see as he like kind of sits up and turns towards you, you can see he's very old, wrinkly face. It's definitely seen a lot of battle, but still kind of proud. As he notices that someone else is in here, he tries to sit up a little bit straighter, though he is struggling, and he's like using his hand to kind of pull himself up.
I think I try to help him if you'll let me.
Yeah, he kind of lets you, and maybe you like put some like pillows or whatever behind him, so he kind of sits up, kind of vertical. He says, "Well, haven't seen a bear folk in a while. Who are you?"
My name is Sebastian for Cadillac Camerata. I know you a little bit, even though you don't know me. I wasn't a paladin yet, but I've been in Bjeornheim for my entire life, and I joined the order not long after you left.
See his eyebrows kind of go up, and he cracks a wry smile, like, "Oh, you like the order too? Well, it's good to see that they've traveled this far."
Yeah, we actually we made our way out here from Bjeornheim just to find you, sir. Things are bad, and we were sent just specifically because we need, if not you to return to Bjeornheim, we need your guidance on what to do next.
I'm an old man at this point. Back in the day, maybe I could handle something like this or these problems. Well, I will give you guidance, but I am no use in any kind of battle.
I mean, even if we just, got your insight and perhaps your blessing of what to do next, I think that would be incredibly valuable, sir.
Well, tell me of your problems, if you don't mind. It's been a while since I've been in Bjeornheim. I've been traveling all over the north, trying to find these. And he holds up a book, one of these leather books.
Oh shit. Okay, interesting. Okay, I don't say oh shit.
Yeah.
That's interesting. We for sure get into that more. So, but the short version is something happened, and somebody who isn't a paladin, isn't a bear, isn't a person, a dwarf named Michael Axmall was put in charge of the Order of the First Flame, and he's been using our name to do some real questionable stuff. So, and he's been hiring mercenaries, and he'll, tell us we have a mission when we go somewhere. Mercenaries will be there and do whatever he wants. It's just like he's using us as a shield to rob villages. The breaking point was when he said we were going on a reconnaissance mission. There were supposed to be some folks outside of Bjeornheim, a little village outside of city limits, and he said they were planning some sort of insurrection, and they had siege weapons and stuff. But it was just a village of regular people, and he raised the village. He slaughtered people.
Well, he starts to get upset. Like, you mean someone's using the Order of the First Flame to expand territory? To bring harm against the innocent is not why I created this. This is an outrage. He starts to try to sit up a little bit.
No, I agree, man. I was at my breaking point. I joined this order. Well, my family sort of pressured me into a little bit. But other than that, I believed in this mission of protecting our borders and keeping our folks safe. This ain't any of that, and I don't want to fucking stand for it.
And you shouldn't have to. Oh, damn. If I had use of my legs, I'd go over there and put a foot so far up his ass.
And I'd love to see you do it, sir.
He says, well, my advice is to, although this is a bad problem, we have way more things to worry about. From what I understand, Sergeant Bram was still at that post, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir. Captain Bram now.
God, no, that's good to hear. He was a good bear. Now listen, mercenaries, they're a dime a dozen. You're in an island full of them, unfortunately. Though they've been good to me so far, it took a long time to get this way. The problem we have is much darker and much deeper. And he goes and grabs this book from off to the side. I have found over a dozen of these tomes, and I cannot open them. I don't understand what they are, but they're causing trouble. And those who open them, they go mad. They end up carving themselves full of marks and talking about dark gods. I don't understand. What?
Can I, Ludwig, can I take a look at that?
Let me just introduce you guys. So, Ludwig, legendary hero. This is my companion and a contractor for the Order of the First Flames, Carl B. Rex. He's a wizard who provides support and arcane intel for the Order. And over here, this is what was a mercenary and now is a close ally, Syphilis, Bust Bubble.
Oh, you have strange friends, Bastion. Well, it's good to meet you, Carl and Syphilis. I'm glad you're keeping us safe in this dire times.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you. Heard many tales. Good to put a face to the legend.
I promise you I was much more handsome before. Anyhow, yeah. Sure.
You had something to interject there, Carl?
Yeah, you've got that book there. Can I see that?
Yeah, sure. It hasn't opened for me. No one else I can see.
Did you not hear him say that people go mad looking at this? Wait a minute, that book looks pretty familiar.
Yes, it does. Yeah, when you look at this book, it does look familiar to the tome we've seen before. This time, it does have a bit of a symbol on the front of it. The last one you had was pretty worn off. It looks like two bear paws in like a black square.
What was the other one we saw? I'm drawing a blank.
You still have it?
You still have it, yeah. It's in your inventory.
No, I have it. It's one of the many things I stole off Caspian's boat.
All right, but he hands it out to you.
Okay. I would like to. Can I do an Arcana check?
I don't even think you have to. As he goes to hand it to you, it flips open like in his hand, and he like drops it.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
Okay. You got me. What's going on?
He says, he backs up. I haven't been able to open that. No one I know has been open. How? Bastion, where do you know this Carl from?
He's basically an archmage. Well, he started off kind of incompetent, but lately he's been an absolutely invaluable asset who throws around magical spells as if it's nothing. He actually I don't know where Carl's from.
I'm from Vidim. Family's from Vidim, not far out of Bjeornheim.
Have you ever been in the dark arts or been around this kind of magic before?
I am a sort of solo self-taught wizard. Maybe not the wisest path, but it's sort of called to me, and it's what I've been doing for the last few years. It seems to be working out fairly well so far. A few hiccups here and there, but this book thing is an interesting development. Let me tell you.
I don't know whether you're lucky or cursed, but this book, I'm pretty sure, is the text of Shinobak, the Dark Lord in this realm. And
oh my goodness!
But unfortunately, he doesn't have a text. For him to have a text is abnormal. It's always been word of mouth, or whenever we found cultists up in the north, we would find books about torture or necromancy. But for him to have a book, and one that doesn't open unless you have something special. And he kind of looks at you up and down.
Yeah, I don't know what would be special about me. I am a wizard. I'm a geomancy wizard. I don't know a whole lot about the dark arts or why this book in particular.
Don't be modest, Carl. You are a grand archmage, as far as we can tell.
I love the constant support from Bastion. No, you're a grand archmage. Like you're way up there.
Real fast, Carl. We ran into a man like what Ludwig is describing. We ran into a man who carved himself up like that and lost his mind. He's the one who stole the loot from Huxley Beffelberg, remember? He was saying something about the Dark Lord, and he was covered in tattoos or scars or something. It's been a while.
Well, I don't have anything to add there. I'm like vaguely remembering old details.
We've been playing for so long. Together. I mean, have not been playing.
I guess all I'm saying is there's probably another one of those books somewhere. I guess near Caspian, maybe on that boat.
Maybe this is a little bit after the fact or whatever, but there's this, and I hand the book over to Carl.
As it leaves your hands, it opens as well.
Wow, how about that? That's
I mean, this seems bad. Wait, we had another one of these evil books that makes you go crazy and kill yourself or cut yourself up like this whole time?
Yeah, I guess, but I don't really know how to read, so I just thought it was like a normal book.
That's fair. Okay. Carl, I feel like you should have better judgment than that. Maybe you didn't know. Maybe you didn't know it was a crazy book that kills you.
No, Carl. Carl's seen it before. He like looked at it and went into a weird trance, but like we figured best not to tell you. You know.
Listen, I can't fault your judgment because that.
Bastion, what's going on?
Frankly, this is new to me, Ludwig, and this is something I have to fix internally in my group here. I don't know. What more do you know about these books? Moving on from us making some questionable, perhaps decisions up until this point.
Ludwig, just so you know, it's like he's not really the leader, so.
No, I'm not the leader. I just figured I should be talking to you.
Like I think we take turns sometimes, and it's like his turn,
Good leadership is, malleable. It doesn't have to be always one way or the other. As far as these books, they are a new problem to the Northlands, at least in the last couple of years. I found them all along the coasts of the Nita Straits, and these tomes have been found around these bodies that are covered and scarred up, people driven mad, and then they're tied to these. I can't even, other than a barrellope creature. I don't know.
Barrellope.
I was just gonna ask about that. We encountered a barrellope, and then a man preaching about God. What was he preaching about in
Ragnarok outside of Glum and Crag? We brought this up to old Honey Paws, and he said he's seen him around there, and he likes stirring up trouble. But old Honey Paws just kind of quieted him down. He doesn't want him scaring the folk who live there.
Oh, Honey Paws likes the fact that everybody gives him treats and sweets and stuff like that. He doesn't want to mess that up if they're all scared.
He also told us to send a message to you. Does anybody fucking remember what that was? Because I don't.
He says, hey.
He said, hey, Ludwig, what's up?
He said, hey, you up? I think he said to come on back. I think he wanted him to come back to the crag. I think he was asking for him to come back.
So, actually, old Honey Paws would like to see you too if you can make it over that way. But I understand that's maybe a non-starter.
Not yet. Not until I can get these goddamn legs working again. Kind of rips off this blanket off of his legs, and you can see that they're encased in ice.
Oh my gosh.
And from about his hips down to his ankles, it's all just ice. His feet are still kind of covered. Ran into a Jotun giant named Grotor. He's a freaking Etten. Smells like shit. Cast some sort of freaking magic on me, and now I'm frozen, working its way up.
You can't just sit into the sun, Ludwig, or sit by the fire, maybe.
It doesn't seem to work. I can hold a flame to my leg and it won't melt. This is some evil stuff.
Is it a cure, or is it a disease or poison, Zach?
No.
Damn it.
Just take your hammer, smash up the ice.
So wait, you're offering to break the legs off so it stops crawling up his body?
Just smash the ice.
Oh God.
No, I know that won't work.
Yeah, it is what it is. He says, well, like I said, Groltar the Cold, he's been up on the upside of this aisle, and been trying to get Bjork to get a hold of him again so we can get some justice on that bastard. But he's been stretched too thin. He's been doing a lot of stuff for the Grand Duchy down south.
Well, two things, Ludwig. First, I'll put that, plot hook right in my mouth and pull.
Attaboy.
And we'll take care of that for you. Second, would you think that this is something a lesser restoration spell would fix?
Read me lesser restoration, please.
Probably not. So you touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition afflicting it.
I'm going to say...
sorry, hold on. There's a bit after that. Condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed. Paralyzed?
Paralyzed is pretty good.
Or poisoned.
I think you could roll me a medicine, maybe.
Sure.
And Carl, if you want, you could roll an Arcana.
It's a 2.
Nice.
Okay. Roll Bastion.
Do I get it with a 2?
No. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
As you're looking at his legs, you kind of feel like it's not a disease. It's not a poison. So it probably wouldn't work in your head.
Sure.
It's 17.
17. Carl,
18, sorry.
You would know this took on an immense amount of magic to have something that sustains this long. Good chances are this is some sort of curse.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah, Ludwig, don't worry. We'll take care of that for you. Right, guys? I mean, it's the least we can do for Ludwig here.
I mean, can't promise anything. I don't know how to deal with this. I kind of know what it is, but...
we go take care of that giant person for him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's so easy. Like big old Bearhawk or whatever his name is. He couldn't do it himself, And then he gives us a hard time,
He's too busy. And we just showed we're a lot better than his people, so
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Ludwig, do you know, all these guys are a bunch of assholes?
Yeah, I'm very aware of their,
Yeah, assholeness, they don't really like me and Bastion so much, so I kind of don't really want to help them do shit,
And I think that's totally understandable, but we can either all fall divided or we can all stand together.
I mean, maybe if he made it worth our while or something, he publicly apologized to us, maybe gave us some money.
I mean, I think it's worth our while just to have Ludwig on his feet again, man. I mean, that's literally why we're here. We were sent here for this purpose.
We didn't come here to bilk him. We came here to get him, and if restoring his legs is part of that.
No offense, guys. I was paid to deliver you safely. Here we are.
Safely back to Bjeornheim?
Oh, no, I think he said make sure they get there safe, and then gave me money.
If you remember correctly, half of your payment was given to you, and the other half is after we get back.
Oh, bullshit. I'm pretty sure he said, Bastion has you, he'll give you the money when you get there to get him back.
Inaccurate. It's not in episode 1, but we did talk about this at the table that night, and you were given some amount of gold that I'm not supposed to know, but I do know, to get us there, and then the other half when we return safely to Bjeornheim.
No, Bram said if he tells you anything different, he's lying.
No, that's what's in the episode, and but we did talk about it that night. That you got half of your money up front, and the other half when you get back.
Fine, you got me.
There's so much we don't know because we haven't. It's such a long gap that we seem like idiots.
Yeah,
it's true.
We only have knowledge of a floating knowledge of the past couple episodes.
That's fair.
Mine's a little better just because I have to edit the episodes, but not much. It's 10% better.
All right, so was I giving you a hard time? I was like, okay,
yeah. I don't know. I didn't really sign up for giants.
Are you afraid of them, Syph, or are you what's the problem here?
He is very little.
Excuse me, Carl.
I mean, if you think you're too little to take them on, then I get it. Me and Carl will go do it.
I pat him on the head. It's okay, Syph.
Hey, listen. I like you guys. I don't want you going to do something rash, but my thing is working with people like this.
Ludwig's gentlemen, is this really how you conduct business?
Yeah, we shouldn't do this in front of Ludwig, guys. Please. let's not show our asses in front of Ludwig.
All right.
Ludwig, I know it looks unprofessional, but it's you gotta get right to the emotional manipulation with Syph, because otherwise there's just no dealing with him.
Well, if you guys are going that way, I don't listen. I'm going to be okay. Oh, Ludwig's been worse than this.
Oh, you've been worse than a popsicle, Ludwig?
You see him like lock eyes with you, like, are you kidding me, you little shit? And he's like, well, I do suggest you get some help to get up there, though. It's pretty far away. It's a long travel. This isle is not good to anybody. And perhaps enlist some of them trolls.
Oh, how about none of these racist boys over here? None of them are going to help us?
The only one I've been able to sway so far is Bjork, but it's a start. Takes a long time to kill those kind of traditions.
All right. Listen, fine. I'll bite. I'll help.
Let's go talk to Bjork and see if he can rally some troops, and we'll go kick this giant's ass, or at least force him to turn your legs back to normal.
It's a start. I mean, they're stubborn as hell.
We're pretty coercive here.
Yeah, we could just make chicken noises at him until he does what we want.
Yeah, that seems to have a pretty good success rate.
Yeah, it totally worked on me.
All right. Well, I feel like we're kind of going in circles a little bit here now. So, Carl and Syph, could you guys just go and start talking to Bjork? I'll meet you out there.
Okay, you and Ludwig are gonna chill.
That was very thinly veiled, son.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm still a little bit sour from getting my ass kicked by a big asshole.
It's not going to be the first time. It ain't going to be the last either. Get used to it.
I know, but this one's kind of your fault, you know?
Shakes his head at you.
We'll be going now, as I am using my feathers to sort of shoo him out.
Yeah, sorry for being disrespectful, Ludwig.
As Carl begins to leave, you see those books close again.
I'm going to check out those books later.
Okay, so they leave the room, and I think I just take a couple quick seconds. I know our group kind of seems a little silly here, but it's been working for us. If for some reason we can't fix your legs, man, what do you think we should do? Because, I mean, if the order falls into disarray, I mean, that's kind of it for Bjeornheim. The only reason people don't fuck with us is because of the order.
Well, sometimes it takes power for people to understand who's in charge. I mean, there's plenty of ways to do that. I think you guys, you've already made it into the Jomsburg and become part of the Vikings. I mean, you're the first, unfortunately for me to say it, fur folk to do so. Obviously, you guys are pretty special.
I mean, I guess that is a hostile takeover perhaps is a possible solution should everything else go awry.
Brim and his men, they're loyal to each other. They know the cause. They know why they were there. I'm sure they're not okay with Michael being like this.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of that will be taken care of, but we can't fix the whole world all the time, but we can try our best.
That's fair. Well, thank you, Ludwig, and I do apologize for Syph. He is a much better person than he seems at first.
Yeah, I've met a bunch of rat folk before. They're pieces of shit, but they warm up nice.
Yeah, that's true. Well, thank you, Ludwig. We'll try and fix this leg problem for you.
I appreciate it, brother, but before you go, I want you to know that bird, there's something off. You might not understand what it is. There ain't something right about that bird.
I mean, honestly, that's I'm not trying to be hyperbolic, but that's the scariest thing I've ever heard, because he's, as much as I love Syph, he's the one person in the world I trust.
I understand that. Shinobak is the god of murder, malice, and revenge. I mean, that's some dark shit. Sacraments that we used to walk in on were terrible, and if that book will open for him, there's something in him that he don't know about.
All right, I'll keep an eye out. Thank you, Ludwig. Put a hand on his shoulder, stand up, and start to walk away.
Stoke the flame, brother.
Stoke the flame.
I'm sorry, did you say something? I'm old, I can't hear it that loud.
I never liked our catchphrase, man.
I can tell.
Come on, loud and proud, brother.
Stoke the flame.
All right, bro.
All right. Thank you, Ludwig.
He kind of sits back again and eases back and puts a blanket back over him. You guys can find Bjork out in the town, like talking to people. You hear him like, "They won fair and square. There's no reason for you all to be upset. Don't you see we have other things to worry about?" You're trying to talk to these people. but that would be Carl and Syphilis. And you can also see there are those two combatants that are standing there, and they have weapons in their hands, kind of like waiting.
Hey, Bjork.
He turns around to you. Oh, Carl. Yeah, come on. What's up?
We talked to Ludwig. I'm sure you know his condition with his popsicle legs. We want to go talk to this giant and see if there's anything we can do about this. But
he tilts his head when you say talk. He's like, you ever talked to a giant before?
Well, talk in a manner of speaking.
Talk like we talked to this big boy right here.
Yeah, we're gonna go see the giant and see if we can get anything done about this. It's about the extent of our plan, but I'm sure you agree we probably should take some people with us.
Yeah, I don't think you'll find it here, unfortunately. As you look around, and there are a bunch of jawing people who are mad that you guys won this Holmgang.
Okay. We carry out your tradition, and yet you're gonna cry like little babies.
That's enough, Syph, as I pat him on the head.
No, it's not enough. You're born with a narrow, little, puny, stupid, fleshy heads. All right? Think outside your little stupid box, okay? I just whoop your ass. Well, Bastion whoop your ass, but let that be a lesson to you, okay? Don't underestimate what you don't know about.
All right, settle down. All right, listen.
Listen, Bear Hop.
Like I said.
That's not your name, is it?
Bjork.
Bjork, I'm sorry, Bjork. I'm a little wound up because I don't understand where your guys, you got your manners,
Manners are not what you'll find here. Mercenaries, bloodthirsty men, you'll find that.
Oh, cool. If we give you some money, will you do something worthwhile?
Maybe to the right person.
Well, okay, I got money. Who wants to do something for me, huh?
Does the giant have any loot? Like, is he like sitting on a pile of treasure? Does he have anything we could like offer as like, hey, we don't want any of the loot. Anything you can pilfer from this dude's hideout? It's all yours.
We haven't really had any reports there, but I'm sure giants always have something.
I mean, they got bones. Giant bones are cool,
That's fair.
Bjork, what's the going rate of a mercenary these days?
Around 50 gold.
Oh, shit. I'm buying the big guy, and I'm buying the guy with the spear, okay?
The guys you just fought?
Oh, yeah. You too, okay? You know what? I'm going to procure your services. How about that?
They both look at each other. And kind of walk forward, and they both kneel and hold a weapon out. It is tradition.
What are they doing?
They say resignedly.
I'm gonna hire you?
Hire me or take the weapon.
I don't understand. Like, what are you saying?
He's like,
spell it out for me, okay? Because I don't understand your tradition.
Tradition for Holmgang is a gift of service or a weapon.
Oh, no. Service. Yes. Mm-hmm. You work for me now. What's your name and what's your name?
Oh, my God. I did not think he would be this much of a monster.
All right, Syph.
What gave you that thought, Zach?
I don't know.
Hey, didn't you ever see American History X, huh? There's only one way to fight racism. Is to be in close quarters for a long time. Wash each other's underwear.
He says, my name is Hollis, and this is Ephraim.
Great names.
Alrighty, Hollis and Ephraim. You want to come with us and deal with a giant? I say that sort of euphemistically because I'm not even really sure what we're going to end up doing. We want him to undo the curse he's put on Ludwig, but, how about whatever we do, if we end up killing him, you're allowed to take whatever you want from his hideout.
No.
Except except we each, Syph and I, each reserve the right to take one item if we find any cool shit in it.
Then why are we giving them stuff? Carl, they're in servitude to us.
As a show of good sportsmanship.
Bastion, you begin to walk up behind you.
Sure. I don't think I have anything to interject.
in this place in which we are newcomers and guests, and they are as objectionable as their customs might seem. They are foregoing their customs to allow us to be here.
No, their custom is if we beat them, then we're accepted. We did that, and now they're still being jerks, and we're going to give them everything? Carl, make sense to me. Please.
Trying to sweeten the pot. All right, here comes Bastion. Maybe he can talk some sense into you. I give up.
I heard part of this. Syph, I understand where you're coming from, but we don't have a lot of time to be fucking around. Seems like these guys offered to help. Is that what I gathered from this conversation?
I guess, yeah. But,
all right. Well, I put my hand on the shoulder of the guy with the two-handed sword. Welcome aboard. We're going to move out tomorrow. I'm going to go talk to some trolls. See you in the morning at the Dragonhead.
Hollis and Ephraim kind of bow and see you tomorrow.
don't be late.
Can we ride all 5 like nuts to butts on the horse?
No, they're going to walk, man.
On Mason.
On Mason?
On Mason,
Yeah.
yeah. He's a giant warhorse. Is he big enough to ride all 5 of us?
No, Mason.
Bastion's a huge bear.
Yeah, we're lucky we get Bastion on there.
We can probably get Bastion and Syph.
When I think about Bastion, I just think about how Zach is large in real life, and then I go, "Well, that wouldn't work on a horse." You're so giant. You would make make a horse look like a Shetland pony.
No, yeah, there's no way I'm a horseback rider.
A horse could ride you.
Yeah, he could. He could. All right. You guys, are you guys trying to go straight outside to this encampment, or is there anything else you wanted to do?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the trolls.
Okay. You guys following? Syph, Carl?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So you go outside to this more primal camp. You can smell it before you can really see it. It smells like kind of unwashed bodies and smoke, maybe some meats, somewhat rotten. As you guys get closer, you can see these tents that again are like bone with skins that are stretched across, smoke pouring out of them. And there are many what seem to be warriors standing outside and like practicing and stuff as you guys come up.
Yeah, I mean, I think I look for anybody who looks like they're in charge. Does anybody stick out to me?
Actually, there is. There is this woman who has like these long like dreads, and they kind of drop to the middle of her back. She has what seems to be a very large axe and is just handling these dudes that are in here.
I approach her when she seems free.
Okay. After she has like kind of beaten down what seems to be like the rowdy bunch that have been around, she notices you, coming up, and she says, "Halt." Big hand out. Who goes?
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Sebastian for Cadillac Camerata. These are my compatriots, Carl and Syph. Long story short, ma'am, we're about to go, up north and deal with some giants. We didn't know if, maybe any of your folk want to join us.
She kind of looks around to all these other people and spits on the ground. These not good warriors. You want me.
Okay.
I, Ludwig, rock hurler, champion of Trollkin.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take you up on that, ma'am. What's the cost of your services, ma'am?
Get me in there. She points at the Jomsviking building.
I don't hesitate. I say, deal. Put my hand out.
All right. She shakes and it's strong, dude. Like she's got a forearm for real. She says, they no allow greenskins in their ranks, but we are strong enough.
They didn't allow fur folk before today either. So, once we're done with the giants, I got you. We'll get this worked out.
Deal.
And, all right, I'll see you tomorrow at the gates.
All right. Yeah, she definitely looks like kind of happy to hear that. And when you said like, oh, they didn't allow fur folk till today, she's kind of taken back because obviously they've been waiting out here trying to get in there and they haven't been allowing them. Because to be a Jomsviking or part of the Reavers is a huge ordeal in the north. In fact, before I forget, all of you have +1 status in the north for defeating someone in a duel.
Oh, nice.
What are your plans for the rest of the day? As now it's probably been closer to the afternoon.
Sure. I mean, I don't have anything, personally. I just find somewhere to sleep and sleep all this off. I think this has just been a lot for Bastion today.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else is on this island? It seems pretty like a ragtag group of people just kind of living off the land, not really like proper city?
Yeah, it's definitely that. Like I said, the palisade that encompasses all the camps just seems like it probably has moved a couple times. Like, this is not a stationary place all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is a pier to the side where they obviously have all of their skiffs and galleys to go around and do their reaving and pillaging for other places. But as far as like civilization, this is definitely not that. It's more of a place just that they live and kind of do their thing.
You know what I want to do? I want to go back to Ludwig and see about those books.
Okay. Syph, Syph and Bastion, anything else?
I think just at some point I would just probably want to have a conversation with Bastion after, Jason does this thing with Ludwig or whatever.
I think it works out perfectly. So, Carl, you enter back in. Bjork seems to have calmed down most of the people here. The fact you guys offered them work and accepted their services, seems like you're trying to follow the tradition. Perhaps they respect that a little bit more. Still getting some sideways glances for being, non-human. As you find your way back to Ludwig, seemed like he's kind of back in a resting kind of position, laying there. Those books, have been picked up and like put off to the side.
Hey, Ludwig, wondering if I can check out those books.
He kind of sits up and looks at you, kind of trying to eye you up, try to size you up and see what's going on. Carl, you sure you want to look at these books?
I don't know. I seem to have some special connection with them. I don't know what that is. I'd like to explore it a little more. You seem maybe a little uneasy about it.
I certainly am, sir. And I've seen many men fall victim to these books, and I've seen what it does to them. And I just want you to tread carefully.
Were any of them bird folk?
Never a raven folk.
Interesting.
If there's anyone who ever did a sacrament in your family, it's possible it's in your blood, son.
Maybe it being in my blood would offer some kind of protection.
It seems like it allows that access at this point.
I'm willing to just give it a go. See, just try and read it. See if I can decipher anything.
I'm not going to stop you.
All right, then.
He kind of gestures towards where the books are.
Yeah, I take the one that I see Joe shaking his head.
I'm just nervous. If this goes bad, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, Carl's head exploded because he read a bad book.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, or you go slowly insane and Zach gets to, basically curse you.
Which will introduce another interesting plot point. All right. I pick up the one that he has, or that's his, not the one that we left, and pick it up.
It opens immediately. Are you going to try to read it?
Yes.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
That's a 15.
15. Okay. You are trying to read text that isn't really words. It's symbols. So you're trying to piece things together, perhaps in the way that they're written and whatnot. It is very difficult. This will take you time, but you're starting to piece together what seems to be a plan.
Okay. Can I keep reading? Like, I'm not really sure where
you can keep reading. I would say from your cursory glance at this page, you can begin to read that this is a plan of some sort.
Okay. Like some sort of doomsday plan.
Would seem to be that way, yes.
Okay. Anything super evil like this is kind of, goes without saying.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it would take you a couple hours. Like if you did like, I don't know, overnight or something like that, you might be able to piece more together.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I might as well do that because this is kind of like what we were doing with the rest of our day anyway. Okay. So I think I'm gonna like get as much out of this book as I can with Ludwig here. I guess it's kind of awkward me just silently reading while he lies there with his icy legs. Is that?
Yeah, it's not a very comfortable situation, especially since he's seen these guys go crazy from it, and you're just sitting there reading it. But yeah, all right. But you pop a squat and just gonna sit there and start reading.
Yeah. I study the texts.
All right. Syph, Bastion, what's going on?
Where can we stay for the night, Zach?
I imagine they set you up with another tent. Bjork probably just got you a tent that is unoccupied, has some beds and cots in it.
Sure. Basically, I just make sure Mason's fed and happy, and then I just kind of make for the tent, and I'm ready to call it for the night.
I think I see like Bastion kind of being like tuckered out, and I'm kind of like nervous to talk to him because I feel like he's kind of pissed at me. And I, you know, like I take my hat off and I'm kind of like smushing around in my hand, like nervously, like,
Hey, Bastion, can I talk to you, man, for a second?
Yeah, of course, brother. You feeling okay? You're looking a little green around the gills.
Listen, I want to, this is hard for me. I want to say I am, I'm sorry. Hold up, let me try this again.
He vomits.
Bastion, I'm sorry, okay? I've been, I feel like you're mad at me. I've been kind of acting like a little bit, like maybe a little bit too much like an asshole. Look, man, I really miss my family, alright? I haven't seen them in a while. It's getting to me. I was kicked out of Zobek by the Rat King. All I know is that he told me he was gonna hurt my family. I took this job with Bram to maybe earn some money to sneak him out of town, to pay maybe safe passage, and I really didn't expect all this bullshit, to be honest. It's kind of a lot. I thought we'd find Ludwig and his legs wouldn't be made out of icicles, and we would just take him back and that'd be it. But then we come to a town full of racists, and I'm really disrespected when, I thought we've really gotten somewhere, and it's just like I feel like I'm getting kicked while I'm down, and I miss little Melanie. I miss my sweet Melanie and little Melanie.
Yeah, let's listen all again.
And little Brian. There's a lot of them, Bastion. I don't want to bore you with all their names, but us rat folk, we're real close with our families. So if I'm being a dickhead, it's because of, I'm feeling like kind of lonely, even though you're my friends, I think now. But I miss my family, and obviously I don't like authority or people who disrespect me, and I'm sorry.
Well, first let me say, I appreciate you sharing that with me, Syph. That couldn't have been easy for you, and that's truly fucking horrible. I don't know if we're gonna make it back to Bjeornheim alive, but if we do, and I make it back in the shape where I can help, I'll do whatever I can in my power to get your family back. I'm truly sorry that happened to you, and you don't fucking deserve it, and you have nothing to apologize for. I'm just exhausted. It's been a lot, and we finally found him, and just the fucking goalpost got moved again, man. Yeah. I mean, since you were kind enough to share that, might as well tell you, that day I saw you get paid off by Bram to come with us, I walked in his office that day to become a fucking oathbreaker. I was about to throw my shield on the floor and say, fuck it, I ain't doing this. So, we're both kind of running from something.
Damn, that's heavy. I didn't think we were gonna trade off like this, and I'm glad you shared that with me.
It's the reason I act like such a fucking idiot most of the time, because I'm just trying to put on a good fucking face, because honestly, most of the time, I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah.
But, believe it or not, with you and Carl, it's a little bit better. You guys genuinely make me laugh, but, I don't know. It's just been a hard day. Thank you for listening, Syph.
Yeah, it's okay, big man. Listen, the world needs bears like you, so don't be going losing your shit, There's too many scumbags like me around,
Nah, you're a much better person than you give yourself credit for.
I know, but I don't like saying it because it's not as cool.
Yeah, I get that. Nah.
But
I do appreciate you, Syph, and you present a hard exterior. You say you don't like any of this authority shit, and I get that, but it seems like underneath it all, you're trying to do the right fucking thing, and that's fucking rare in this world.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a bad boy, but I got a heart of gold.
Yeah,
but,
I could say that.
Speaking of which, all right, I feel like you're gonna get mad at me, but really, I felt like as if it was given to me without any trouble. Okay. I kind of took this thing. No, I didn't take it. Okay, it's a gift for you. Okay.
Is this something from Caspian's Hold? I know you made out with something. I know that's what was going on.
Yeah, I kind of did. Like, you see this brooch?
Oh, that's actually nice. That was from his desk, actually, I think.
Yeah, he didn't even notice when I just took it right away. He's so dumb.
I can't condone it, but I can't stop you, brother.
Is this thing on? Okay. I'm always scared with this hat.
Is that?
You take off your hat.
Yeah. Okay. Just close your eyes and hold out your bare paw.
All right, I'll do it.
Don't worry, I'm not going to be anything creepy or anything.
Okay.
I reach in my bag and I put this little this thing in her hand, and it's violin shaped.
Okay. Wait, violin or lute?
Oh, lute shaped. Sorry,
Yeah, it's okay.
it's been a while.
I open my eyes and I see the lute, and I think I'm silent for an uncomfortably long time, and then I say, well, Syph, this is, I think, the only gift I could ever accept under these specific circumstances of what I have to assume happened here. Normally, I'd be very upset, but I also kind of told myself if I do retire from being a paladin, if I do break my oath, I'd just go learn how to play a fucking instrument in bars and drink, and this kind of represents some freedom to me.
Yeah, I think you should maybe not drink, but you can learn how to play that.
I think I will. I mean, you know, my code of conduct says if we go back to that town, I'm gonna have to give this back. But if we don't, I'll just say I'm keeping it safe for him.
Yeah, you could just also let me hold it the whole time we go through that town.
That's a good point.
That old man, he didn't even know his own name half the time.
That is
He
true.
probably won't even know that it's gone. He left it unlocked just like I told him. So dumb. Listen. Okay, it's a gift. You can't be giving it back to anyone. Okay? And you're my friend. Okay? And I just want you to know I was never not going to come with you to slay the giant.
Syph, thank you. I mean, this is, again, the means in which it was acquired, I assume, are not fantastic, but this is still, I think, the nicest thing anybody's ever fucking done for me, man. Thank you, brother.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. I just, try not to learn how to play that while I'm sleeping, okay?
I make no promises on that front, man.
All right.
And I promise by tomorrow I'll be back to my normal, stupid, goofy self, but just today's been a lot, and this means a lot.
And I give him like a high five, chest bump kind of back pat.
Excellent.
All right, and that's a lot of exposition for this episode. I'm sorry if it was a little sappy.
We're gonna call this episode Story
Lore
Dump.
dump, yeah.
I'm down.
Ride that 15-second skip if you want.
Yeah, sorry, that was a
Get
lot,
wild
but
with it.
I feel like we got more like story in this episode than probably like the last 5.
Yeah, it's tough when you're forced to like deal with the plot in a very direct way, because you can sort of chip away at it like we have, like getting towards it like over the last 10 episodes. But once it like, okay, you meet the guy that you've been trying to meet for the last year. It's
And
for sure.
it's literally been like an actual year in real time. Like, so we don't remember shit, and the feed's off, so we're all like fucking talking over each other because it's delayed.
Okay. Carl, you sit down and you decide to study this book and try to piece things together. You have other scrap paper that you're writing and trying to kind of make a key to all of these symbols.
Mm-hmm. What was the name of this book, by the way?
It doesn't have a name. It just had a symbol on the front of it of a black square with 2 paw prints in it.
Okay, but you said there was like some god or something that.
Chernobyl.
Okay.
You spent some time studying this book, writing out symbols and trying to figure out what it could possibly be saying. The plan, it's madness. They want to spread this contagion, this madness to everyone. They want everyone to see the world that they see it. And the way they see it is that everything should die so that everything can express, it can feel the joy that brings. It's absolutely utter madness to you. But what's more disturbing is that their plan is to deliver these books, and it's by a boat, apparently, that is rowed by multiple dead along the Nader Straits.
That is what?
It's rowed by the dead.
A road. Okay.
It seems that there is someone who is rowing this boat, and his name is Dimitri.
I thought his name was going to be Michael.
I got a name page, bitch.
No, just because Michael row your boat ashore.
But yes, it seems that he has been rowing, and he has been traveling the Nader Straits, trying to give it to everyone in the north, because this is a god from the north, mostly. Other places don't really deal with it. But what's odd to this is there seems to be a ritual of allowing yourself to succumb to some sort of creature, which doesn't line up.
Like, doesn't seem to make sense with the rest of it.
Right. From what you know of Shinobuck, it's just a thing of madness, but it seems to do this ritual, you have to succumb. You have to allow yourself to be, I don't know the word for this. Allow this thing to become a part of you. Something has to enter them physically. And it allows them to come into this state of madness that they're all looking for. And as you're reading on, it begins to make more and more sense, and you don't even have to use the key. After a while, it seems that you have gained knowledge of how to read this stuff.
Very cool. Or maybe not. We may find out. This newfound power it could be like Harry Potter with the parcel tongue thing.
I think this can only be bad.
Yeah. He's going to get like fucking pierced ears, and his fucking bird feathers are going to be like pink and blue, and he's going to start acting really like 2D.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, after a long night of studying, that's all you've really gleaned from it. There is still more to it. You could definitely reference it later.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll take the other book and put it on my person, I guess, in my bag. And
you have both of them now, or you just have one?
Well, I was gonna leave the one because it's not mine.
Okay.
I mean, I guess. Hey, Ludwig. I guess we should do a scene as I'm leaving here. I'll start that now. Hey, Ludwig. I've really. We can review some of this maybe another time. It's getting kind of late. Thanks for letting me read these. Do you mind if I take this book with me?
Are you taking both of them? You mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because I would take the one that was ours, and then.
Okay. He says, "You sure about that, Carl?"
I mean, if it is yours. I don't want to take it if you don't want to give it to me.
I don't want the thing, but if you feel like it'll help you understand, then I guess go ahead.
Yeah. I'll be careful. You seem a little nervous about it. I will be careful. But,
oh no, I'm nervous as hell, Carl. That scares the hell. I don't understand how it's opening for you, and the fact that you even understand it is bothersome.
Yeah, when I first got into it, it was didn't really make sense, just symbols and noise. But now I sort of can read the new language now. It's a little weird, not the kind of thing that normally happens. But we'll see how this pans out.
Do you feel normal? Do you?
I mean, I feel fine, other than the experience of like sort of being able to decipher something I couldn't decipher a couple hours ago. Kind of a strange feeling. It's like you're trying to learn something, but it just sort of happens at a much faster rate than you'd expect.
Something in you, boy. I'm telling you. Be careful. Be honest with Bastion. Let him know what's going on.
Yeah, this is some dark shit. I'm not going to fuck around.
If you have any thoughts or feelings that you don't understand, be sure to voice them.
Yeah, we're pretty open. I'll be sure to.
Okay. Well, thank you.
We're real kumbaya in this in this here mercenary group.
That's good. It's good to hear. Well, thank you for helping the order. I really, really do appreciate it. You're really putting yourself on the line. Just don't go too far across it.
Trying to think of a good way to say goodbye.
Stoke the flame.
All right,
you can just leave if you really want. I understand. Carl, this isn't your strong suit.
I appreciate the concern. Ludwig, we've been looking for you for a long time. Glad to have finally found you. Talk to you tomorrow, I hope.
Yes, sounds good to me.
Night.
All right, this is weird now. Just get out of my tent. Yeah, you leave his tent and go join up with the other boys. Morning comes. The night is pretty raucous, but nothing that you guys have to worry about. You can hear people training throughout the night. Swords are clanging, and just these guys can't get over themselves. But you guys wake up, and we leveled to level 5. So I want to know, what the hell did you guys get, and what can I curb the monsters against you for?
Sure. I'll go first because mine should be reasonably easy. I got 11 more health. I'm up to 51.
Oh, okay.
Rolled a 9 plus my constitution of 2. I got the big thing is I have a second attack now. So when I take the attack action, I can attack twice. I have access to second level spells, as we know because of Mason. I have some more interesting stuff, but it might be fun if they just sort of like come up naturally. You don't have to give away everything. I'm just anything that you're excited about, anything that's like from the Midgard setting that you can use, or is there anything new? Nothing of that. The big thing that I'm actually interested in, Tasha's Cauldron of whatever the fuck it's called, came out not that long ago.
Tasha's Cauldron of everything. I just said that really terribly.
That's okay. Yeah, that came out not that long ago as we record. So they came out with a new fighting style, and they came out with a thing called martial versatility. And we're fudging a little bit. I'm only supposed to be able to change my fighting style when I get ability score increases, but fuck it. We sort of talked about this off air. Well, long story short, I am giving up my defensive fighting style, so I'll lose 1 armor, but I'm taking this new thing that is interception. So anytime somebody attacks somebody other than me within 5 feet, I can use my reaction to roll a d10 and reduce that from whatever damage is done to them. So
that is so Bastion to the T. I can't think of it. Even fits your name, like defense against danger. It's just perfect.
I completely agree. Yeah, and like if this was in there from the start, I would have chose it from the start. It's exactly the kind of thing I love. I think it's cool. I think it's useful. I don't use my reaction ever otherwise. Also it's a D10 plus 3. It's not just a straight D10, so it's a minimum of 4. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean every little bit counts for sure.
I do have to be holding a shield though, obviously. It's a matter of me throwing my shield between a strike and, Carl or Syph. So
that's really cool. I dig it. It's going to be very thematic. I like that.
I think so too. Yeah. And so that's really the highlights from my level up. Pretty excited about interception and the second attack.
Syph, what did you get?
Oh man, I got all sorts of goodies. I got a 3rd dice for my sneak attack damage, which is pretty cool. I'm sure you're going to love that when I crit.
Hate it so much.
I got 2 more points of prowess, which are really cool. So I feel like I can utilize those more now without feeling like I have to really save them for good moments. I'll have some to spend.
I always struggle with that too, with monks and stuff like key points. I'm always like trying to save it for some terrible enemy, and then you end up not using it at all.
Yeah, so I got some, it basically, it gave me 2 more, which is, I went from 4 to 6, which is a pretty big deal, feels like.
Definitely, that's huge.
And then, Awesome got, Uncanny Dodge, which I'm really pumped about. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to love that.
So frustrating.
So basically when it hits me with an attack that I can see, I can use my reaction to half the attack's damage against me.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
I have to hit you 3 times as hard.
And I can intercept that now.
I know. But then I realized, when I was doing the Holmgang with the other people, I forgot that, I was so enraged by these guys disrespect me and being racist towards me that I forgot that, my character is all about, jumping into combat, striking, getting away.
Yes.
And I just stayed my ground and just tried to slash at them instead of fighting how I normally fight. Because I think they got me so upset that they got in my head and I couldn't fight like Syph normally fights. And that's how he punked me down, that one guy.
Sure.
I can't wait to put him through hell in the next episode. Oh my God.
Damn. I'm not looking forward to that at all. What about you, Carl? Did you pick up anything cool?
So really the only thing I get aside from the minor ability to it's an improvement to arcane recovery, which is I am able to gain spell slots equal to my wizard level rounded up. So now that we're level 5, that
Okay.
it makes it 3.
So it could be 2. It could be a level 2 and a level 3, or could it like it's
It's a total of, so like you count the spell level
total of 5.
and it's total of 3. It's my wizard level rounded
3. So it could be a 2 and a
halved
1.
rounded up. Yeah, I could do 2 and a 1 or a 3 or 3 ones. And that's every
That's
short
awesome.
rest I get to do that. Yeah, just an extra
It's better than not. How many spell slots are you sitting at right now for each level right now?
4 first level, 3 second level, and 2 third level.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, you need every little bit.
Yeah. For my 3rd level spell, I'm going to take the pretty powerful counter spell.
Nice. Oh, I love counterspell.
Another one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be a control wizard.
Yeah.
I'll get the damage in there when I can, but like Syph does decent damage, Bastion is decent damage, not the cannon that Syph is, but we got to have somebody who's able to like control the situation.
I think it's smart. I mean, without a healer, you guys are kind of playing on a knife's edge. I mean, although Bastion is somewhat of a healer.
I do a lot of healing, thank you.
I figure between my like sort of support wizard role and Bastion's healing, like that comes together to be pretty effective.
I think you guys have made a pretty strong choices. I think it's a good job. All right, your morning begins, and we can just kind of skip by to where you pick up Hollis and Ephraim. They are standing outside, and you can tell that like people were making fun of them for having to wait, and like you wait for you guys to wake up. And they're in your service. They're like, other people are like snickering and like jeering at the outside. And they're like, "We all ready?"
Welcome aboard, boys. We appreciate you. We appreciate your service, and we'll try not to keep you away for too long. Let's head out to the gates.
All right. Yeah, they both follow. Ephraim has his spear and shield, and Hollis has his large greatsword on his back as they walk behind you. Do you have to summon Mason again?
Nope.
No,
If he dies, I'll summon him again. But otherwise,
hold on. He's always here?
Yep.
Is that how that
Yeah,
works?
yeah.
He just exists until he dies?
Sure does.
God damn it, man. You guys head out towards the troll camp through the doors. Again, people are sneering at Hollis and Ephraim, but they don't seem to be paying him any mind. I feel like you guys giving them a job you're fulfilling tradition. They feel like they are doing their part. Perhaps maybe Bjork has starting to make an impact on this backwoods town. You come out of the encampment and Solvig Rockhurler is standing in wait, and you can hear Hollis and Ephraim stop as they realize that she's coming with you. And they're like, she's coming too.
Deal with it or return to your home in shame. Your choice, boys. Then I get on top of Mason.
They look at each other and sink even lower and begin to follow you.
And I think Syph is just like,
Boys, listen here. We run a tight ship. You better increase that posture. Shoulders straight. All right. Come on.
And they
Stand up nice and straight.
the one with the slash tendons has a little bit more trouble.
You cut his feet off.
Now listen, we're going to be a group of bad asses, okay? That means we work together.
Solveig is like, yes, you no need to tell me. And she just starts walking along your steeds. So I mapped out how long it would take you to get to this place. It is 50 miles away. I'm going to say that's probably a day's travel or two. As long as there's no problems. Let's roll a D10, boys. We haven't done this in a long time.
Oh, a travel hazard.
I got one right here, so I'll do it.
Okay.
7.
7.
Lucky number 7.
As long as it's not 1 or 10, you don't draw a card. So your first day goes without trouble as you start to make your way up the coastline. Again, you're seeing more ships. It seems like these guys have really defended this place pretty well. And you guys bed down for the night. We don't have to do bullshit.
I know, but I think at night around the campfire we start telling battle stories.
As I play music in the background.
Ooh.
Yes.
Joe, did you attune to this?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Awesome.
Yeah, I want to be clear. Again, I was a little bit unenthusiastic in the moment. Again, Bastion's character was like very exhausted at the time, but like this is the nicest thing anybody's ever done, and it's the coolest loot in the world. And again, Bastion, before becoming a paladin, had some interest in the musical arts. So,
Did he ever know how to play at all, or no?
a little bit. He plays a lot of slide guitar using his nails or his claws.
Bastion, a blues guitarist, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm
Dude, he better do it. Why he like plays it on his lap too, like the dude
so
from Roadhouse.
Man, that is really good.
Yeah, thought about this.
Yeah, I like it. So your night goes on without any troubles as you walk along this coastline.
Oh, did you want to do something around the fire though, Syph? I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Syph.
Oh yeah, I think I was just saying that like he like is trying to make the best of it with these two guys that he hates, and he knows that if we're more bonded, that there's less likely chance of them cutting and running on us.
Big move for Syph.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's thinking more about Carl and Bastion safety than really appeasing these racists because he doesn't really care about them at all. So, he starts getting into, doing some jobs, some things that he's fought and killed.
Oh, I like it.
Seeing if it piques their interest because they like to pillage and such.
Yeah, I think you do strike a chord there where you're talking about, doing wet work for the Rat King, and they're talking about basically doing pillage work for different kingdoms that hire the Reavers. So yeah, you guys are striking a chord there. And Solvig, she talks about things about fighting creatures that you don't understand for a while, like just big creatures, and like her descriptions are basically like big maw, very strong, and like you're trying to follow along, but you can definitely tell that she's been through some shit. And she shows like that her elbow has been broken many times, so she can just kind of snap it out of socket and just put it right back in and not even worry about it. Like this woman's been through some shit.
Yeah, and I think I'm just always like,
Man, I don't want to mess with her. She is, whoa. She badass.
She's like picking her teeth with like what seems like the bones of a small animal. Like she's just a monster.
yeah. I think Syph is very much like,
This woman is so cool. Holy man.
like he hasn't been this like taken with someone since that werewolf guy.
Oh,
Yeah, Igar.
Igar.
Yes.
Did we ever investigate who that werewolf was on the Fey Road?
Absolutely not. And we're going to try and bury that so we don't get murdered if we ever go to that place that starts with an R.
Starts with an R. Vargreich?
The R is what stuck out to me. Thank you, Vargreich. You're
That's-
right. I was thinking of the
yeah.
Reich, which is like German for empire. Sorry.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys tell stories and begin a slight bond. I like that. I think it's very cool. And your next morning starts. And who's going to make this roll?
Okay, Jay. Roll D10.
Alrighty. That is a 4.
A 4. All right. No boons. No bad things happen as you guys travel for the next day. You can see in the distance now, there is large stones that have been like smeared with what seems to be like mud. And large.
I'm sure it's mud.
Oh yeah, it's definitely mud.
That's how Giant wiped their ass, right? With giant boulders. That's their toilet paper.
Oh, what a terrible image. But yeah,
We'll just grab a tree or a bush.
a large mud in it, and you can see there is a symbol like written in it in the distance. Obviously marking that you guys are getting closer. But it is late in the night, and you guys probably would have to camp one more time.
Sure.
You're sitting around the fire, exchanging stories again, and I would like you to make a perception check.
18.
Is that just Joe perception?
Anybody?
Or everybody? 18.
18? Okay.
22.
Wow. All you guys.
Expertise,
It's-
bitch.
All of it is plenty enough. As you're telling stories and stuff, you can't help but notice how clear the sky is today. Stars are shining down, the moon is full, and it's just really beautiful. Those stars are so bright tonight, and they seem to be getting closer and closer
What?
and closer. And then all of a sudden, this kind kind of lengthy form apparates out of the sky and begins to pick up Hollis off the ground.
Holy shit.
And we're going to call it there, boys.
Oh, fuck you.
I knew it.
Piece
As
of
soon as you
shit.
started saying it, and then this happens, and then this happens,
this
and
happens.
then
You
we're gonna
think
call
you're
it.
so
You know what,
fucking
guys?
slick, Zach? You think you're so fucking slick?
Every once in a while, you
Zach?
got to put a dud out there. You know what I mean?
We got you. We got your
You think
number,
fucking
dude.
HBO fucking series where you just fucking dick tease and cliffhang all day long, huh?
Just because this is contrived doesn't mean you're not a piece of shit, and I'm ending the recording.
We would like to thank Kevin MacLeod from Incompetech.com and Michael from Game Chops for allowing us to use their music in this episode. Music is licensed under Creative Commons. Also, check us out on Instagram at Adventure Public Radio. Tweet at us at APRPod. I want to hear from y'all. One more thing. Tell your friends, tell your nerds, tell your geeks how awesome this adventure is following these furry and feathery heroes as they travel the lands of Midgard. We're getting bigger with every episode, and it's thanks to you guys and girls. Thank you for listening. Now here's a clip that didn't make the take.
Yeah. Zach, you can have one bit of control here. How big is this horse's dick?
I will leave that up to your guys' imagination. Whatever you want the girth or length to be, it is up to you.
I'll leave it up to Christian.
Well, I would say that it drags across the ground, leaving
it
it
changes. It's random 1d20 inches, and it changes every time he summons it.
Too many dicks, guys. Too many dicks. Anyhow,